All right, morning, day 67. Just spent the night, 65th, 66th night in Waynesboro, just south of Shenandoah National Park. Got dropped off here. Really, really nice gentleman. If anybody ever ends up in Waynesboro, which is a distinct possibility with its location right at the start of Shenandoah National Park, there is a burger place called the River Burger Bar and Grill, I think, but the River Burger Bar. Uh, Probably the best burger I've ever had. It was just phenomenal. The chef there, the owner chef, has a great resume and is really, really spectacular. So highly recommended. Um, anyway, almost worth the trip just to go for that. And then there was a Chinese buffet, all you could eat. That, again, I mean, it's this little bitty town. It had some great, great restaurants. So, anyway, that's about it. Hiking Shenandoah National Park. A lot of bear activity up here, so definitely we'll be hanging our bear bags every night. And I should be able to stay at shelters or around shelters. I don't like staying in them. I'll tent up right at the shelters. They call them huts in the Shenandoah National Park. And interestingly, they count the miles backwards from the way they count the Appalachian Trail miles. So they start at 0 up north in Shenandoah National Park and then come south. So, and then we got another little town we're going to stop at, and then after that, the following week, Harper's Ferry, which has some fascinating
history. Some people say the start of the Civil War was at Harper's Ferry when John Brown, I think it's John Brown, took over the armory there and tried to start a war. He was an abolitionist from, I want to say, Kansas. So you guys got to look that up. It's been years and years and years since I've touched that kind of history. So, but check it out. Harper's Ferry. It's some really good history there. So that's about it. I got some hiking to do here. So a couple of 15-mile days, a few 11, 12-mile days. So I got to get going. And we're going to have rain probably most of the day today. I have, I'll flip this. I have preemptively put my rain cover on my pack. It's too hot to hike with the rain gear on. It's just barely spitting rain right now, not even hardly a mist. But I think it's going to come down harder later, and we will, here, see, there's the path south, and this is the direction I'm going, north on the Appalachian Trail. See you down the trail. Alrighty, so the afternoon, had a great lunch. Had a nice lunch with a trail friend that we've kind of run into each other quite often. His name is the Flying Dutchman, and he is from overseas and from Netherlands, I guess, that area, whatever. So really nice guy, great guy. So we had lunch together, and we hiked quite a bit of the day so far together. He's up ahead of me at this point. Most people are a little faster paced than I do, so such is life. Kind of an uneventful day. Just the trail is here. You can look at it behind me there. Pretty flat and pretty soft on the feet and pretty nice for hiking. Not much to take videos of, so just thought I'd take this opportunity to thank everybody, friends, family, for the donations that are going to go to half to Spectrios Institute for Low Vision and half to Jackson Park Hospital Foundation, and two very worthy organizations that do very tough work, and nonprofits that are just have a whole bunch of wonderful people working there. So my hat's off to them and to the work they do every day. And anyway, actually, There is a lady out here hiking behind me, I just heard, who has lost over 90% of her vision and is hiking the Appalachian Trail. And some of it she's hiking with somebody helping her, but some of it she is hiking by herself. And that is, I don't know how she does it. It's I'm fully sighted and I'm having a hard time doing this. So it's pretty amazing what the human spirit can accomplish. So anyway, it's raining off and on today. Hopefully maybe get into the shelter and set up tent and all that before it starts to rain hard. I think it's supposed to rain harder this afternoon, later this evening, but if it does, it does. I know how to put up a tent in the rain. So anyway, and if anybody is wondering, well, every tent's a little bit different, but my tent, what you do is you put the rain fly down and then you put the ground cover under it and stake it in. And then you attach your poles to your ground cover and pop up the rain fly. And then you put your tent up underneath that. So pretty cool little system. My tent is a Big Agnes and I'm extremely happy with my tent. And thank you, David, my son David, who got that for me. So anyway, that's about it. You can tell how nice this trail is because I'm hiking while I'm taping here, so, or video, whatever you call it, recording. So anyway, that's about it for today, and see y'all down the trail tomorrow. Okay, it is day 68, second day in the Shenandoah National Forest. Rained off and on most of the day yesterday. Got to the shelter and decided to make a fire and used Fritos as my fire starter, and they worked wonderfully. So if you're ever in a pinch and you need a fire starter, grab a handful of Cheetos or not Cheetos, Fritos, sorry, Fritos, mixing up my snack food. Yeah, I don't think the cheesy things would help you much, but anyway, the Fritos worked phenomenally well. At the shelter was Machine again, bumped into him again, and of course Flying Dutchman. Flying Dutchman wants to have lunch with me today at this lodge that's right off the trail. One thing about Shenandoah National Forest, there's like all kinds of amenities through here that we are just not used to. So yesterday, just before I got to the shelter, there was a place for campers, you know, RV kind of things, or tents or whatever. A nice sized campground, and they had a little grocery there. So I grabbed 2 beers and had beer at camp. So that's incredibly unusual. Anyway, let's see, what else? I guess that's about it. Oh yeah, Chance and Patrick were in camp as well, but they left, I want to say like around midnight or 1 in the morning. They were going to try to hike 50 miles today, which I mean, they're young and strong guys, but boy, 50 miles with full packs, that's incredible. If they make it, that's an incredible feat. So, no bears yet. I'm okay keeping it that way. There are supposedly a whole lot of them throughout the Shenandoah National Forest. So, always hanging the bear bag or putting it in a bear box so that keeps the animals away. Anyway, that's about it. Hope you all have a good day, and I don't know how much this walking is. Just pretty flat and pretty easy, and there's not a whole lot to look at. Don't see a whole lot of wildflowers, and if I run across a bear, I might pull the camera out if I have an opportunity. But other than that, it'll probably be it for today. So day 68, beautiful day, sunny. It cooled off. It was really humid yesterday. Right, I was as wet under my rain gear as I was on top of the rain gear. That's the only problem with the rain gear, is if it's hot and it's almost pointless. So anyway, that's about it. I will see you all down the trail. All right, here at the Big Meadow Lodge in Shenandoah National Forest. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And this is a view you get from their back patio by their dining room on the Shenandoah Valley. So anyway, happy Mother's Day. See you all down the trail.